Hey guys, I got my coffee, I got my vape again. Let's talk a little. So I don't really have a topic for today, and I'm sorry this is going to be a day late. I've been still trying to catch up from 3 months down in Florida, and all the things with getting my business going again. And I've talked about this in the other videos, but getting my mom settled, figuring out her house. There's quite a few things having to do with that, the rehab and all that kind of stuff. So, but a lot of it's just getting my morning routine going and my daily routine going, because I got in some really positive routines when I was down there, but some of them don't fit with my lifestyle here. So one of them is not getting enough sleep. I tend to stay up a lot later when I'm here at home. I've got a lot more to do. I work a lot later, but also, I've got a lot more distractions. When I was down there, I was basically staying in a bedroom. I would eat in the kitchen, and I would smoke out on the driveway, and that was all that was really livable, and the bathroom. But everything else was pretty much not set up for living. So anyway, all that to say, I don't really have a subject for this morning, so I'm just going to kind of talk off of top of my head, if that's okay. But I'm going to take another sip. That's good. So I guess the thing at the top of my head this morning that's on my mind is probably the fact of how to plan things, how not to get discouraged with the progression of what you've planned once you start implementing it, when to implement it. I've got quite a few irons in the fire, and all of them are plans that I have thought out and launched on, or about to launch on, or still in the process of after the launch, the post launch. And the thing that always hits me is it's important to plan. It is important to plan. I've learned that over the years. Write down the numbers. Get all your figures. Get all your information. Figure out your pros and cons. Get a game plan going. But it's important to know when to stop the planning and start the launching. As a very good friend used to analogize, it's kind of like you want to aim and then shoot. He was more of a shoot than aim, and I've been more of a aim, 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 aim. Oh, aim, aim, no, aim, shoot. So I've learned that I follow the 80% rule. I get 80% of all the known information and all the planning done. And once I get to 80% of it, that's pretty much enough to go ahead and launch, because you're not going to predict everything that comes up. One given for any kind of project, I don't care if it's what it is having to do with, is it's going to take more time than you originally think. It's going to take more resources and people than you originally think. And it's going to take it's going to take more money than you originally planned for. Because there's variables that you can't see until you start jumping into the project. So I've been doing that with the rehab. I've been working on getting the people that I can depend on all set up, get the figuring out mostly labor costs, quotes, how much money we're going to need, getting the process of figuring out how to get the loan and where to order from and all that kind of stuff. and I know the repairs that need to be done, but I sat down to make a list because I'm using Home Depot, and I sat down to make the list the other day, and I realized that I couldn't necessarily make a list of the materials. I knew that I needed 26 outlets replaced, and I needed, I think, 15 or 16 light switches replaced. But without being there, I don't know if I'm getting the right thing. There's different things that I know I need, but I need the contractor to tell me I need this specific item. I need the specific dimensions, specifications. So that's not something that I could sit down there and make a price sheet that or a spreadsheet with all the prices exactly. I have to kind of wing it. So which means I have to overestimate the cash that I'll have on hand. So that's just an example. So so I have learned that I constantly have to remind myself because I do kind of go back to my original nature unless I'm disciplined. I do create disciplined habits, but bad habits are easier to make than good habits. I don't know if that's true or not, but it sure seems like it is. Mouth's getting dry. Going to get another sip. Another thing is it's about the process. If you've been following along with these Coffee with Phils, you've heard me talk about the book, The Dream Giver by Bruce Wilkinson. One of my favorite books. It's actually put into kind of a fairy tale setting, but it just nails the process of success. It takes you through the dream when the idea is given to you, the point where you can either grab onto it and start developing it and thinking about it, or that you just dismiss it because so many ideas and dreams and inventions and stuff have come into this head and have just gone out over my lifetime. Because I've always, ever since I was a little kid, I've always constantly had ideas and thoughts and just creativity just flowing as early as I can remember. Now implementing those things has always been my challenge, but it was also Disney's challenge. So, so anyway, back to the process. You get the idea, then you get the point where you start planning for it. You get to the point where the people around you start pulling you down, the crab in the bucket. If you put one crab in a bucket, you have to put a lid on it because it will try every way it can to get out. But if you put 2 or 3 crabs in a bucket, you don't really need to have a lid because every time one of them starts to crawl out, one of the other ones is going to grab them and pull them back down. And I'll elaborate. We'll talk about that on another day. Those are all points of conversation. But then it's the implementation. It's the need for mentorship. It's the need for outside opinions, expert opinions, and help, and other people in the process that you'll meet around the road. But one of the biggest ones that I got from that book, which is why it's so powerful for me. I listen to it all the time. I have it in CD version. I have it on audio books, I believe. I've got it in hardcover. Just one of my favorite books. But it was something that I was experiencing, and I know you have too. Everybody has who's ever tried to do anything. And that's what they described as the wasteland. It's once you start getting, you get the ball rolling, you start getting that momentum. It's that period of it doesn't seem like anything is happening. Your resources are running low because again, it's taking more resources than you've expected. It doesn't seem, you've got all these doubts that are coming in. It doesn't seem like anything is happening. And then it takes you through that process. But that one particular one is a part of success. It is a part of achieving anything. That's why it's kind of important to have other people that you trust. Now, not just your not even some of your best friends and family. Sometimes they can be the worst people to talk to. But then it's good to have a mentor. It's good to have somebody or a couple of people that you trust, that you see fruit on the tree of achieving what you want to achieve, that can feed into you, can tell you you're doing this, everything is going good. You might want to tweak this or that, but mostly just hold on. We all will go through it. It's the power of knowing that you're not alone in the world in your experience. You're not the only one who's ever achieved that. And I think that's why that book is so powerful for me. Knowing that you're not the only one that's ever gone through, experienced the lows and the highs, and people have overcome it. And there's people who have ways that they've overcome it. But just the idea that you're not alone in the world experiencing for the first time what you're experiencing. So anyway, I think that's about good for today. I would love to talk more about a lot of those things, but as you can hear, my voice is going. I'm not used to talking a whole bunch. Hold on, one more sip. So anyway, I am going to get back on schedule with these. I like to put them out. I like to post them about 2 o'clock in the morning, because I've had quite a few of you that say that you actually have coffee with me in the morning, and I think that's amazing. This wasn't something that I thought was going to be this popular. Who wants to sit around and listen to me all day? So anyway, I am going to get back on schedule. So if you like this video, please like, subscribe, hit the ringy dingy thing so you're notified next time I put out a video, and share this with people. And as always, no matter what tune that life plays you, always find your groove. Thanks for having coffee with me. Y'all come back and I will be here. Bye.